with me. I am Superior Shelby, a 71% successful grant writer, and I help startups and small business owners get free money so they can have the means, the capital to be able to start and scale their businesses. I have been winning grants for 10 years. I have an entire website that is dedicated to my services and that has video testimonials there. You can simply Google me, Superior Shelby, if you don't know. I have this entire dedicated YouTube channel for over 6 years where I only talk about specifically grants for small businesses. So come on into the live stream. If you are actually watching this live stream afterwards, I want to say thank you so much for clicking on this video, because that means you are looking for some free money to be able to take yourself to the next level. Now, I love grants, friend. And like I said, I've been winning grants for 10 years. That means I'm not new to this. I'm true to this. Grants is truly a game changer, okay? It's a game changer. It's one that will allow you to have the necessary money to be able to start and scale your business. Most people say, I can't start my business right now. I can't invest into my website. I can't invest into my marketing strategy simply because I don't have grants. I don't have money. And I've also been hearing some rumors, and I've been receiving some frequently asked questions in the comments. So I want to make sure I address them today. In this live stream, I'm not going to only go over some frequently asked questions and make sure you have clarity and reassurance on what grants are. I'm also going to go over 4 grants that will total out about $50,000 for any startup, no matter what business industry you're into. And this is for everybody in the United States, okay? So if you're joining me, go ahead and put your questions in the chat. Make sure you are interactive, because I love for us to be interactive. And make sure you like this live stream so that way the YouTube algorithm can push it out to all those startups and small business owners, okay? All right, so as I'm opening up my laptop, let's go over what grants are and how they work, and, be interactive, friends, okay? So let me say hey to y'all in the chat. Hey, King. Hey, Mr. G. Hey, Diamond. What's up, friend? I'm so blessed to have y'all with me. And let me tell you, your girl been really busy. I've been busy planning a wedding. Okay, and it is not easy. So for those of you who are married, my friends who are married, why didn't y'all tell me that I should have a wedding planner? This is hard. Okay, so I've been doing that. And if you guys don't know, I currently reside in Africa, where I'm helping other African governments and officials actually develop their own grant programs. So not only am I a grant writer that helps small business owners and enterprises and private organizations get grant funding, but I've scaled to the next level where I'm actually on the back end of things, and I'm creating grant programs for different governments in Africa so they can offer grants to their people and for development. Isn't that cool? Yeah, friend, this grant writing stuff is not just writing grants and typing with your hands. It gets real creative. It gets real serious. You know what I mean? And you start hanging out and with all these big government officials and stuff. So yeah, grant writing is not just, oh, you're going to do ChatGPT. No, that's not what it is. It takes years of experience. And to let you know, as a grant writer, we cannot use ChatGPT. So it takes creative writing skills, patience, faith, hard work, and dedication for sure, for me to get to this far. So I just want to let y'all know that your girl been doing things out here, okay? I've been doing things. All right, so grants. What is a grant? Thank you so much. So what is a grant? Okay, so a grant is free money that you can get from any other company like Amazon, Nike, Macy's, Sephora, Ulta Beauty. You can get it from any other company, right? Even Progressive is in nationwide, like the insurance company, friend. Yes, they even giving out grants right now. Also, Intuit QuickBooks, they're giving out a $20,000 grant too. So make sure you check out that video that I talked about that 2 or 3 weeks ago. It's still out there, okay? So you can get a grant from any one of those big companies. You can get a grant from a private sector, right, or a private investor. So that can be like Hello Alice. A lot of y'all heard of Hello Alice. Hello Skip, Fearless Fund, Beyonce's Sacred Hair Care line, that's a nonprofit, Gucci nonprofit, right? These are other nonprofit organizations and private investors that actually give out grant funding too. Yeah. And then you can also get grant money from What else was it? From like a actual government, right? From your state and local government. Okay. Okay, we got it. All right, so you know where you can get these grants from. So let me open up my laptop so we can get to where we need to get to. You said the live froze. I hope we're all doing good. Good morning. You're so beautiful. Thank you so much. Thank you. I'm hoping that we're doing good. You said the live froze, King. Let me know if it's back, if we're back in action. I'm pulling up my YouTube studio so I can see. Mm, 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 mm. It's fine. Everybody can see me. We're fine. Okay, so I just put my website in the chat. So that way you guys can always book a one-on-one consultation with me. It's $50 and it's worth it. Okay, so looks like we're good. All right, so I don't know what's going on with King. King, you're gonna have to get out, my brother, and come back in. Okay. All right, so back to what I was saying. Grants you can get from a business entity like Apple, Google, Gucci, Macy's, Sephora, Ulta Beauty, whatever have you. You can get it from a private investor or a private nonprofit that helps startups and small business owners. And then also you can get it from state and local funded governments. Like, if you are in a specific county or a city or a state, right, they will give the money, use the taxes, or use some donations and sponsorships to be able to help out. Startups and small business owners. Okay. So that's where you can get some of the grant funding. Now, grants, remember, it's free money that you don't have to pay back. So there's no credit checks and no personal information needed, which is my absolute favorite thing about grants. If you think about it, when you are going for loans, lines of credit, and credit cards, which is not grants, you have to give them so much of your personal information. Matter of fact, they want to know where you stay at, where you work at, how much money you making, do you have assets, or how are you going to be able to pay back this opportunity that you're asking for from the bank? But with grants, you don't have to go through none of that stress. The only stresses that you will possibly have is the consistency in applying to grants. What do I mean by that? Hold on, Frey. Stay with me. Now, I've been winning grants for 10 years. I've won millions of dollars in grants, not only for myself, but also for my clients. And it is consistency that is key. You want to continue to apply to grants that serve in your favor. Yes, grants is competitive, right? So you are not the only business owner or startup that aggressively need this free money. Trust and believe, once somebody hears that there's free money, they're going to go for it if they actually believe in their idea. And I'm going to be honest with you. I just recently had a live stream the other day, and we were talking about how the grant application numbers are going down, which means the applicants, the people like you all who are supposed to apply for the grants, are actually not applying. The numbers are dropping. So what does that mean for you that's watching my live stream, friend? That means there's more opportunities on the table for you. Okay. Let the ones that don't want to go for grants or simply feel like there's no point in applying, let them have that negative mindset. But for you, the one who is persevering, the one who truly has faith and belief in your idea and the skills that God has given you, why not go ahead and go for free money? You're not wasting time. Yes, you're not wasting time. You know what I mean? So grants are competitive, but like I said, as long as you are able to show that aggression, show that proof that once you receive that grant money, you'll be able to put it towards your business and provide impact, like provide your product and service so we can shop with you, then you should be okay, friend. This thing is not hard at all. The number one tip that I give you guys when you are searching and applying to grants is to actually go through the application first. The reason why I say that is because it gives you reassurance and clarity on what that particular grant application is asking for. I get this frequently asked question all the time, friend. Do you need to have a grant proposal for every grant you apply to? That's a no. You do not have to make a general grant proposal or create a new grant proposal every time. Okay, you don't have to do that. Not at all. There's some grants out here that only require you to submit the grant application, and that's a one and done. They can determine on your answers, honey, if they want to give you the money or not. But then you have some where it is like, we need a little bit more information because, oh my goodness, the competitors, right? How many people are actually applying? There's so many good competitors that we really want to narrow down to the best candidate of all. You feel me? And that's you. That is you, friend. You are well deserving of this free money. So why not go for it? You understand? So, what are they mainly looking for on these grant applications? I'll tell you. Now, majority of these grant applications, the free money that you don't have to pay back, they simply want to know, what is your product and service? What is your company about? Who is your target market? What's the problem that your target market has? How are you solving that problem? And what is your overall business mission? You understand? That's not hard. If you could tell your auntie, sister, brother, cousin, and coworker about your new business idea that came in your dreams last night, and you would know exactly what you would do if you had $100,000 to be able to invest into it, that's no different. All you're doing is putting that conversation on paper. You understand what I'm saying? So having things like a business plan, a business pitch deck, which is a PowerPoint presentation of your business plan, and having a 3-minute pitch video, which is pretty much, you would use your cell phone. You can even chat GPT a pitch video script for yourself. Okay, so that's the easiest way to do this. You'll use the backside camera of your phone and you'll say, hey, my name is Diamond. I want to open up my own hair and eyelash boutique studio. I want to be able to offer a whole bunch of opportunities to those up and coming cosmetologist students or whatever have you. And if I was to be able to receive $100,000, I'll be able to reinvest into these 3 key areas, which will drive impact, be able to help those who is in cosmetology school, and be able to offer affordable chairs for those who want to rent out a booth or whatever have you, right? So that's literally an example of what you can do for your 3-minute pitch video. So having a business plan. The reason why you should have a business plan is because when you are going through the grant application, friend, they're going to ask you, what is your business mission? Do I have you? Are you here with me? Is everybody here with me? Is all of my friends here with me? Hey, friend. Hey, Tammy. Hey, everybody. Is everybody here with me? They're going to ask for your business mission. The mission. What is the mission? What is the overall mission of the business? That needs to be inside of what's called your business plan. Okay? When you have your business plan that already outlines what your business mission is. So in my example, right? In my example, I said for Diamond, right? Even though this is probably not even Diamond business, but this is an example. So my example for Diamond, right? Diamond said that she wants to open up her own hair and eyelash studio or boutique to be able to provide spaces, for affordable spaces for those people who are, cosmetology students. So that might be her business mission. My business mission is, I want to be able to offer direct seating, affordable seats for those who are just coming out of cosmetology school so they can have a chance in this particular market industry. That might be her business mission. My mission is to be consistent and create awareness about grant funding, free money that you can get for your business, so you can have the necessary means, network, and the perks and deals to be able to execute on your new idea. That's my business mission. So everybody has their own business mission. Some of y'all are like, I want to hire, I want to hire those who was previously incarcerated to give them a second chance at life. Some of you all want to take care of seniors, and you want to give the seniors, a really good, the care that they deserve, showing them that, we appreciate all that they have done and how they have paved the way in our history. Some of you all want to only help veterans. Some of you all want to provide healing for, domestic violence victims, or, women who suffer from post-traumatic PTSD, right? Or postpartum. So whatever your business mission is, that needs to be inside of a business plan. Not only does a business mission is the only key factor that needs to be in a business plan, but you have other key factors that need to be inside of it. So having your business plan, the reason why you should have one for grants, friend, is simply because it will serve as an answer key for the grants. Yeah, y'all follow me. Okay. Good morning, Ebony. Okay, so they're going to ask on the application, what is your business mission? Tell us about your company. Who is your target market? Name 3 competitors in your market. How do you plan to make money? When they're asking you those questions, it's only right that they're asking you these questions. Let me tell you why they have the right to ask you. Like, it's only right that they ask me these questions. Hey, JJ's World, welcome in, friend. Because they're giving you free money, but they want to narrow down and choose the best candidates that are truly deserving of this opportunity. Now, if they just choosing Ebony, Tammy, and JJ, and Ebony, Tammy, and JJ, they just came up with their ideas last night. They don't have no business plan. They don't even have none of their stuff together. They ain't even purchased the LLC, none of that stuff. Only thing is they just created this idea last night. They all 3 of them came together and said, we want to open up a barbecue food truck. None of them have good credit. None of them have a business plan. None of them have like a idea of how far they want to take this, how long they want to have this business. But then they turn around and won $100,000 grant versus Miss Red Nose Pitts, Nichelle, and let's say Diamond and Patricia. All of them, they put all of their ideas together and they're creating some sort of new tech innovation that will help during heart surgery and brain surgery. And they've actually done all the patents, and they pay for the website to be done, and they have all these, the prototype, and they invested into all that stuff, the trademark and all that stuff. They already invested well over $20,000-$30,000, and they're going for the same exact grant opportunity. Out of my example, do you think it will be fair for the ones who literally just created an idea but don't have a set plan, or we don't even know if they're for real going to go for that business, versus the ones who actually teamed up and really did invest already $30K, and they can show and prove the necessary steps that they're going to take? So you got example A, the ones who created the barbecue pit, and then you got example B, right? The group that created the technology to help during brain surgery. I would choose group B. I would choose group B. Reason why is because you have already shown to me that you are so interested. You have so much faith. You have so much drive and passion in your idea, right? That you have already invested your time and your money into this. Then not only it's not just because it's a tech idea, but because you've already invested time, efforts, and money into this, you are able to properly give me what's called a business plan or business pathway. You'll be able to tell me in 4 different phases within the next 1 year how this $100,000 will be impactful to your development, to you developing the tech idea. Phase 1, we're going to do this, which is $20,000. Phase 2, we're going to do this, which is $30,000. Phase 3, you know what I mean? Or it's 25, 25, 25, 25. We're going to split it up into $25K each phase, so we make sure we are being extremely resourceful while we are still developing on our tech idea. That is a group, that is a business owner who is serious about them developing for real, versus somebody who said, oh, I woke up this morning and I said, I want to be a fashion designer. Okay, we need something tangible, because grants are competitive, and it's not just you that aggressively needs this free money. You understand what I'm saying? So I hope y'all understand where I'm coming from. Having a business plan, a pitch deck, and a 3-minute pitch video are 3 key documents every startup and small business owner should have even before you invest into your LLC. These are 3 key documents you should have that shows that you are actually serious, that shows commitment, Now, sealing the deal is actually getting an LLC, getting a website. You know what I mean? That's sealing the deal. But to kickstart on your idea and to say, I have faith and belief in this, I'm going to go ahead and sit down and jot down how far I'm going to take this within the next 5 years. What is my revenue income? How am I going to make money? What is my overall mission? So when you do the business plan and you complete the pitch deck and you perform on your 3-minute pitch video, which should be compassionate and should be thorough and should really explain why you should be given an opportunity, I'm trying to tell you, you're going to win these grants. You're going to win. You got to have that energy behind it. See, some of y'all don't have the good energy. You just like the energy, just like, well, I just got this idea. I've been had this LLC since 2020, 2019. You know what I mean? I've been paying on it, but things have been going on. Okay, life is going to always life. But it's how you think. I was, we're right now with my church. I know I'm Christian, so I'm going to take it there just briefly. But with my church right now, we're doing a 7-day grace. All right. Started July 1st. So we in day 2. And I also watched this replay this morning. And one thing she said was the way you think, the thoughts you allow to even conjure up in your mind, right? The way you think brings about the emotion that you feel. How you think is how you are, how you feel. And how you feel is going to determine the decisions that you are going to make. So if I think that, oh, I don't have the money, I need funding. If I think I need funding, 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 I need funding, I need funding, I need funding. If I think that, right, then my emotion is I don't have money. So it makes me feel some type of way. It makes me feel some type of way. So because I think that I need to have money in order to start my business, because I think that I don't have the money, I lack thereof, the emotion there is anxiety and feeling less than. So the decision you make is to go to a loan shark or somebody, or a loan officer, or somebody who can help you get funding that you found on social media, and you run your personal credit and your business credit through 40 different banks just to try to get one opportunity, causing yourself to get over 20 inquiries, and that is decreasing your personal credit score. You've hurt yourself more than you even know. Yes, I think, therefore I am. That is definitely the quote. It's true. You got to be positive about the new idea. Like, when you going to wake up happy? Like, I used to say this when I was going through my abusive relationship, but I used to talk to God. I used to be like, Jesus, I can't wait to have that feeling in my heart to where I can't wait to wake up to the next day. You know what I mean? You know how, like, as a kid, you knew you was going to go on a family trip, or you was going to Disney World, or your parents said, okay, we're going to McDonald's tomorrow. And you was just like, I can't wait until tomorrow. Like, you was going to go to your favorite auntie cousin house or your grandma's house, and all your cousins is going to be there. So you was just like, I can't wait till tomorrow. Like, it's like that feeling. You got to have that feeling about your startup and your business idea. I can't wait to get this started. I can't wait till people, like, I get my first client. I can't wait until I get my first big ticket client. I can't wait until I get that networking opportunity that will allow me to be like, have my own table and stuff. I can't wait. That eagerness. Success loves fast pace and eagerness. That's what I learned. I learned from my mentor, Myron Golden. That's one of his main quotes. Success loves like fast paced things. So your eagerness to be able to move forward, your eagerness of starting your business, What can help you out with that eagerness, what can help you out with that aggression that you have, is to prioritize it. Okay? You want to leave your 9 to 5, you want to experience financial freedom, you want to be able to really get in the game, because this ain't EA Sports. You can't turn this game off. Once you get in this game, it's like Monopoly. Y'all ever played Monopoly on y'all phone? It gets real serious. And you know how like you knocking down other people, what is it? They houses or whatever, you knocking down their properties. Yeah, it gets real serious. This is the game of Monopoly. So once you enter in this entrepreneurship game, this is it. And the day you quit is the day you quit on yourself. So if you're really ready to get into the game, prioritize it. Prioritize your idea. You didn't get this idea for no reason. You didn't. How you know that you have an idea that's actually made for you is that you have this feeling in your soul. You know what I mean? You have this feeling in your soul. You have this feeling in your gut that just is like butterflies. That's your reassurance and knowing, yup, this for you. Everybody want to open up a food truck. But how do you know that it's actually going to work in your favor and it's actually an idea for you? You get that feeling. Everybody want to get into trucking. But let me tell you from my experience, I got into trucking. I didn't have that feeling. I just invested into trucking because it seemed like every black person at the time was investing into trucking. So I followed the trend. Now here I am, 2 semi-trucks sold. The business did terrible. All right. That's a whole different ball game that was not for me and that I was not willing to prioritize. You know? So make sure that feeling that you have, right? That feeling that you have that's like, oh, I could do medical courier services. Oh, I could do delivery services. Oh, I could open up a cleaning business and turn this cleaning business into a cleaning app. Oh, I could do this. Oh, I can do that. When you have that ooh and that gut feeling, that's like your reassurance and yeah, it's go time. Write it down and let's break it down. How can you make it come to real life? How can you bring it out of your mind, put it down on paper, and execute and bring it into real life? That's what I talk about all the time in my $50 consultations. Yeah, that's what we do. We go over strategies on how to bring these ideas out of your mind. I also tell you some grants that you can go for, right? But a lot of my consultations are mainly about like business development, and I'm a business development coach. Okay, so but a lot of you guys know me as a grant writer. So, okay, friend, that's your reassurance. Now, if you're just going with a trend, God bless you. Okay, because trends ain't for everybody. All right, trends like e-commerce, selling ebooks and courses and stuff, and reselling items through Amazon, trading, day trading and stocks, investments and stuff like that is a trend, and that is not for everybody. Real estate, that is a trend. Like real estate, as far as in fix and flip and Airbnb, that is a trend. That is not for everybody. That is not for everybody. So make sure you are able to properly identify the difference between, am I going for it because it's a trend, or am I going for it because this is an idea that truly like makes me feel like this is the best thing I can go for. I understand how I can make money from it. I understand the efforts that it might take, and I'm willing to put in that work. You know what I mean? Because God forbid you go into the trucking industry, say, oh, I want to go into the trucking industry, this and that, and you don't even want to put in the work. You know what I mean? Because you don't understand how much work it takes for you to actually develop and start a trucking company. It takes a lot of money, a lot of time. You got to go from this mechanic shop to this mechanic shop to this mechanic shop because the first 2 was scamming you. It's a lot that you have to go through. But if it is for you, and if it is the industry that you are supposed to go for, guess what? It's going to work out in your favor. You're going to look at it like, okay, it ain't nothing. Okay. So, you know what a grant is? Grant is free money that you can get from any business entity, state and local funded government, or you can get it from another, private investor. You should have a business plan, a pitch deck, and a 3-minute pitch video. You know that. Where I get these grants from is, and I always talk about this, I have a whole separate 10-minute video with this direct information. But where I get these grants from mainly is through Hello Skip. So you can download the Hello Skip app. The link is in the description of this video too, with my invite code Superior Shelby. So if you use my invite code Superior Shelby, you'll have access to all these free grants that you can apply to. Hello Skip is one app you can use. My favorite is grantwatch.com. So there's grantwatch.com. I dive deeper into how you can use those particular websites on my separate Grant Masterclass playlist that's on my channel. So once we're done with the live stream, there's about 5, 6 to 10-minute videos that you can watch to learn more about grants and to, have a deeper dive. But I want us to get into some grants that you can apply to now. So yeah, you all, any questions while I'm bringing up some grants that we can apply to? This has been good. We're going to check out some grants because my list is updated. Small business owners. Now, I haven't went through these grants yet, so we're going to actually go through them in real lifetime. Yeah. Okay, then FedEx giving out a grant. Let's see. Okay, cool. Hey, can you actually be awarded a grant for a startup? Yeah, that is true. Hey, Nichelle, thank you so much for asking that question. That's a really good question. Yes, so even as a startup, so I want you guys to have understanding of the stages of like business, okay? You have your startup. Well, hold on. You have your idea phases. Okay. Idea phase is where you don't have an LLC website or a social media account or anything, and it's just simply an idea. You probably did the business plan and stuff for it, right? But not really. So you probably just jot some stuff down, but you don't have an official business registration for it through your state, which is an LLC or an INC. So that's the idea phase. Startup is when you actually commit to having an LLC in it, EIN number and all that stuff. You probably you're probably in the middle of developing your website. Most likely you already purchased the domain. The domain is that www.mycompany.com. You already started the Instagram, Facebook, LinkedIn page for it. But you haven't generated any revenue yet. You might have some products already ready to go. You might have the service, like the certification for you to perform the services already, but you have not generated revenue. So you are in your startup phases. Now, small business, all right? You got your LLC, EIN, website, social media accounts, and you taking orders, okay? You're performing your services and you're taking orders. You have a few clients, but you might be or might not be reaching your revenue goals, but you are generating revenue, okay? So that is a small business. A medium enterprise is one who is definitely making, let's say, 6 figures, close to 6 figures, high 5 figures, but most likely 6 figures. 6 figures a month, right? So you 100K in. 100K or more a month, you are quite established. So you are at least 2 years or older. And you have all of those things that I named before, your LLC, EIN, all of your business registration is intact. You've already paid business taxes at least 2 years. That's like a medium enterprise. Then you have enterprise level, which is the big companies, 500K and better a month. They're doing a lot, right? They have over 100 employees. You're an actual corporation, okay? You're an actual company. And then you have the big corps, right? The Fortune 500s and all of them. Okay. So you should know the stages of this. If you are in your idea phases and you have like your business plan, but you don't have your EIN and your LLC, you're in your idea phases. Yes, you can actually get a grant for it. However, there won't be as many grants available to you versus if you go ahead and commit to the idea, purchase your LLC, get your EIN, go get a business bank account, and purchase the domain. You know what I mean? Doing those 4 things, as well as having your business plan right. Doing those key 5 things shows commitment, and it shows that you're ready to take yourself to the next level. It shows that you're actually ready for funding. How are you going to ask for some money, but you don't have a business bank account? You know what I mean? Like, and also professionalism. Professionalism. Brand professionalism is a real thing. If you don't have brand professionalism, it really does not look like you are ready for this, for what you're getting yourself into. I understand, friend. I understand. Nobody taught you this. You were not supposed to know this. Okay? You are not supposed to come out of high school knowing this. This is college level MBA. Okay? Master's Business Administration. That's what this says. You was never supposed to know this. Okay? So let's just get past that mindset. So, LLC, you need your business website. Even if you don't have your website put up yet or anything like that, which, you know, I really want you guys to start using these tools. Like GoDaddy does like a free website if you purchase the domain through there. Wix.com will help you. Wix, Wix.com. They help you set up a free website, just something that shows something, you know what I mean? Something that has your business mission in a picture or two. Like, it doesn't have to be super fancy right now. Maybe you want to wait until your business start making money. Then the revenue you generate can reinvest into your branding. I understand that, but we got to have something to start with, okay? Because these companies, the banks, all of them, they are going to search for your business. They want to see that you're serious, okay? All right, so Michelle says, I have my LLC and EIN as well as my business bank account and website. That is good. So you're in your startup phases. All right, so yes, as a startup, you can definitely get a grant. For sure, you have more opportunities as a startup and a small business owner, because startups and small business owners have shown some sort of commitment to the idea. You just simply are missing the money and the network and the perks and deals that you need to go ahead and scale your business idea. Okay, so because you already have the basic foundational things, okay, so let's talk about how we can give you some money or get you some free money so you can invest into your supplies and equipment, into your payroll, into your marketing strategy, or whatever the key places that you're going to invest in to help you be impactful. Okay, that's what it's about, friend. All right, let's get into it. Any other questions? I'm going to go ahead and show you guys these. We're going to go over 5 grants really quick. So yeah, I'm going to put the links to all the grants that we're going over inside of the description once we're pretty much all done. So yeah, but you can always write them down as we're going. Okay. I hope you all are doing well. This is fun, right? Up close and personal for me. Okay, let me see. Okay, maybe I should just wipe this. Okay, so we have Seed and Scale Solutions. Okay, this is what we have here. So Small Business Funding and Scholarship Network, Seed and Scale. So this one is a micro grant. So grants can start from $200 and go up to millions of dollars. Okay, this is called a micro grant. So it's a $1,000 grant. It says micro grants for early stage entrepreneurs, $1,000 quarterly small business grant. Applications are open. So quarterly means every quarter they are giving out this grant. I think we are in the end of the second quarter, going into the third quarter. So yeah, all right. So it's called the Seed and Scale grant. You can visit seedandscalesolutions.com. Let's get down to the frequently asked questions, right? Because this is the information we need to know. Who can apply for the Seed and Scale grant? Right now, our quarterly $1,000 micro grant is open to US-based entrepreneurs running a small business, side hustle, or creative venture with under $100,000 in annual revenue. We especially encourage women, single parents, and underrepresented founders to apply, but anyone can, okay? How are winners selected? Our team reads every application and scores them based on clarity, impact, originality, and follow through potential. For student and athlete awards, nomination from teachers, coaches, and mentors will help us recognize character and consistency, not just flashy results. Okay, so they have two parts to this one, I believe. It's one is a scholarship and one is just for small businesses. What other programs will Seed and Scale offer in the future? So yeah, student scholarships, uh, all that good stuff. Okay, so they also offer student scholarships. Yeah, so this grant has an application fee, which is interesting. So yes, our grant has a $15 non-refundable application fee to help cover admin and review time. So I don't know if that's for specifically for. Oh yeah, that is for the grant. So this one does have a $15 application fee. Is this a nonprofit? This is a privately funded initiative operated with nonprofit values. Every dollar goes directly towards the grant making or operations and growing. So this is called the Seed and Scale. Like I said, we're going over this in real time. I haven't went over these grants. I just selected them. My personal opinion. My personal opinion. I don't like grants that have a application fee. Yeah. Yeah, I don't like grants that have an application fee because I feel like they're using the money from the application to provide the grant, even though it's stated that it's specifically for them to hire the people to be able to go through each grant application. But it just doesn't feel genuine to me. You know what I mean? Because because listen, let me explain something to you. By me developing these grant programs here in Africa for different African countries, let me tell you the approach. Okay, the approach is that what a part of my job, right, a part of my consultancy, a part of my service that I'm doing for these countries, right, not only am I developing the actual grant program, but also, right, I have to build connections with other big companies and other investors and other governments, right, to be able to have sponsors, right? We need sponsorship. So I would have to do the necessary work to create what's called a grant sponsorship strategy, where I have to go out and speak to all of these multi-billionaires, build relationships with them, have like really expensive excuse me, really expensive dinners, just to try to get them to invest like over 100K, 200K, $500,000 into the program. You know what I mean? So I understand on the back end of what it takes to really bring people together, right? Bring investors together, bring the idea together for a genuine grant program. Okay. So because I know that the idea of collecting a application fee, it just really seems it just doesn't seem genuine, because it's just like it seems like you're going to, okay, on average a grant application gets about 2,000 applicants, right? So if we do 15 times, let's do the math. Why not, right? If we do 15, calculator. Hold on, friend, I'm doing it right now. $15 times 2,000. That is $30,000. You mean to tell me, on an average, a grant application receives about 2,000 applications. Each application is $15, right? We just giving us, just gisting right now. All right, this is just grant gossip. You mean to tell me you done made $30,000 and you only giving out 1,000? How dare you? We clocked the T. How dare you? Like what? So I just don't think it's genuine. You understand what I'm saying? So yeah.
But yeah, do your big one seed and scale. We're not applying to it. Sorry, I brought this one to y'all. All right, so what's gonna Patricia said scandalous friend, scandalous. Ebony says, for my business, I have an incorporated articles, but I also build my website off of GoDaddy. I also have an EIN number and a DUNS number along with the business bank account. I I, I ever I still have, however, okay, I still have to trademark. Okay. Well, I mean, Ebony, even though you want to trademark, let me tell you something about the trademarking thing. I'm so happy that you said that. I have been Superior Shelby for we're going over 10 years. All right. I have not trademarked Superior Shelby. Why? Because Superior Shelby has not hit the revenue goals to trademark. So, what do I mean by that? I believe that I believe that my brand and my company needs to prove its worth before investing so much money into a trademark lawyer and doing a trademarking. So if I had the choice, right? If I had the choice, I would definitely do trademarking later on after I've reached my revenue goals. And I'm like, okay, this thing is really, really doing a good, like we're doing something. You know what I mean? So for example, like say I was like I don't know, a shoe company. I was making tennis shoes. It called Superior Shoes, right? And I wanted to put them on the market. And I've invested over $5,000 to $10,000 already into product, into the startup phases, which is the paperwork and all that stuff, just for me to put my shoe on the market, and it's not hitting revenue goals. Nobody's buying it. It's collecting dust. Like, and I don't even have any deals to put it inside of shoe stores like Foot Locker and Champions. So, like, I've invested so much money into a business idea that's actually not working at the moment. That is why I haven't done trademarking. So I'm happy that you said that. If you have the choice to do it, absolutely. I would I would always say, if you are creating some sort of tech innovation, definitely be in the process of trademarking, because if you are developing a new tech innovation, like a new app or a new physical product, that we can use, and it has something to do with tech, absolutely patent and trademark it. Absolutely, that's something that you should do. But if it's just a brand or a general company or something in real estate or something in like a mediocre business, if I had the choice, I would wait on trademarking until I hit revenue goals. And I wouldn't stress myself and cause myself so much anxiety that, oh, I need to have my trademark in order for me, or before I go for funding, or before I put it out there in the market. No, I would genuinely just put my product and service out there in the market, start generating revenue now. And I would yeah, and I would start building that relationship with my business bank account, or my business bank, which is putting money into the actual bank account, right? So that's what I would be focused on in the beginning phases after having my LLC or my INC, EIN, and my website put up. Like, I would just go ahead and start. So I mean, how come when I open up the app it stops your live? This doesn't happen when I watch other lives on YouTube. Is it your settings? I really don't know. Honestly, Kenya, I didn't even know you can do that. Is that an idea for small business owners who cannot get funding, applying for sponsorships? No. So what I was saying was, thank you for that question, Nichelle. So no, what I do in Africa is I actually develop grant programs for other African countries. So for example, Kenya might want to develop a more robust and streamlined trade and exporting um, station amongst Pan Africa, instead of always doing trade and exporting to China and the US and to other European companies, right? So they might want to have a really nice station, and in order for them to develop that, they need grant funding, right? So they would reach out to, let's say, the Central Bank of Africa. What I would do with the Central Bank of Africa is I would develop a grant program specifically for Kenya that has X amount of millions of dollars, and this is what they is required in order for them to be approved. And in addition to me developing that grant program, I would also have to go to, let's say, um, sponsors and get sponsors to provide that millions of dollars for Kenya to be able to execute on the trade and exporting deal. You understand what I'm saying? So that's pretty much what I was saying. Yes, you can get sponsorships, just like grants and sponsorships is pretty much the same thing in a way. Um, in a way, it's kind of the same thing in a way. All right. Sponsorships are mainly for nonprofit organizations. And so in this case, Central Bank of Africa would be that nonprofit incorporation, Inc., a nonprofit that is taking the money from sponsorships and giving it and providing a grant program to give to other countries and infrastructures for infrastructure and development. So that's what I'm saying. That's like California landlords who charge app fees for potential tenants, $20 an application times 70 applicants per month. It's been vacant for 4 months. Do the math. Exactly. Kenya, yes, you're right. It's one of their tactics to charge non-refundable application fees. Yes, it's a waste. Hey, Marcus, welcome in. Good morning, Shelby. I've been going through it, so I haven't been able to catch you since the last time. I'm actually starting from the mud. I'm ready, though. Awesome. I pray all works for you. You know, try your best to stay in positive mindset, friend. That starts at 7 to 10K, right? Thanks, really appreciate you. You're welcome. Okay, thank you. You're welcome. I thought you meant me when you said Kenya. Oh, okay. No, like the country Kenya, girl. All right. So let's go. Let's move to the next one. This one is partnered with PayPal. So this is really cool. All right. So this is the globalcitizen.org. You can visit globalcitizen.org. You see it at the top right there. All right, so Small Business Impact Award. This is Global Citizen partnered up with PayPal. All right. Applications are open. Applications close Friday, August 15th at 5 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. So let's talk about the awards. What is this all about? So it says PayPal and Global Citizens have joined together to celebrate small businesses that are revolutionizing commerce and advancing social and environmental impact. The Global Citizen and PayPal Small Business Impact Awards are established to celebrate entrepreneurs and small business owners. We are looking for innovative leaders of small businesses and social enterprise who have developed products, services, and business models that make a positive social or environmental impact. The awards platform will grant these community leaders $25,000 USD cash and connect them to data and insights, access to highly skilled commerce and payments experts, and marketing and brand activations to accelerate their work and impact. So you get $25,000. If you are a small business that is helping in social and social and I guess economical, environmental impact, right? Advancing social and environmental impact. All right, so let's talk about the eligibility criteria. All right, so the evaluation criteria. So they broke this down in 4 different stages. So the first 2 stages is innovation and impact. So how's your business innovation support your mission and creates a positive societal or environmental impact? Societal impact. Environmental is a no-brainer. Are you helping with keeping the streets clean? Are you helping with I don't know, sustainable energy, right? Are you helping in those areas? So societal. Are you providing? Does your business mission, like in my example earlier, is your business mission to help those who were previously incarcerated to have a second chance at life? Is your business mission to help single mothers have access to good paying jobs even without them having a high school diploma, right? So that impact, demonstrate track record of measurable impact in the last 3 to 5 years, advancing one or more of global goals. So you can actually click on this to learn what the goals are. Vision, compelling vision and concrete plans for how to expand this work in the next 3 to 5 years. Having a business plan will help you out with that. Grit, tell us about your obstacle. Tell us about an obstacle your business has faced or is facing and how you have worked or are working to overcome it. These two right here, vision and grit, these are the main two key categories that you will see a lot. I mean, a lot of grants are looking for in your answers. Tell us what is your actual vision for the next 3 to 5 years of your business. Tell us how you are able to face your adversities, your financial challenges at the moment, but you are still putting your product and service out there. You still doing what you need to do. Okay. They are looking for serious business owners. Eligibility criteria. Active business leaders. So you have to be the business owner, CEO, founder, or actively involved in business strategy or operations. They're looking for small to medium-sized businesses. So the business has less than 50 full-time employees or annual revenue under $1 million and be registered as a small business in its home country. So yes, you have to have an LLC or EIN. Demonstrate community impact. So the business should have at least 3 years of operation and show significant tangible contributions to the local community, supporting local causes, charities, or nonprofit organizations, engaging in community development projects or local partnerships, implementing sustainable practices that benefit the local environment or economy, creating jobs or providing educational training opportunities for community members. All right. Serve the local community. The business must operate and primarily serve the local community. Okay. Business can't be affiliated with any of those organizations, with an organization from any country or entity subject to financial. So you can't be like a bank or anything like that, or you can't be a franchise. Okay. They have their frequently asked questions. All right. So you can go through this. What is the judging process? Let me see. Let's see if we can read that. Candidates will be judged against the set criteria of group. So they would choose up to 15 finalists that will be selected on or around September 22nd and will be required to submit 3 letters of recommendation. They are serious. If applying for the prize, you should have your letters of recommendation ready for submission. Additional supplemental information might also be requested of finalists. If selected as one of the 15 finalists, you will be judged by a panel of representatives from global citizen and independent experts. So that's how that works. All right, so this is dope. Do they accept nonprofits? That's going to be a no. You have to be an actual small business. Yeah, $25,000. They are serious. They want to make sure they are choosing the best candidates and the ones who are advancing the social and environmental impact. So that's dope. All right, so this is my next one, which is the 2025 All-State Main Street Grant Program. This is actually through Hello Alice. Hello Alice is a nonprofit organization and a company that helps smart startups and small business owners get funding. So this is awesome. I like this grant, so let's read through it really quick. So the All-State Main Street Grants Program, presented in partnership with Hello Alice and Jen, is here to support the small businesses fueling communities across the United States with 1.26 million, $1.26 million in available funding. This initiative is designed to close the national wealth gap by investing in local businesses that power main streets across America. So through this program, 250 entrepreneurs will be selected to participate in a 12-week Boost Camp Accelerator focused on helping business owners strengthen their operations, plan for growth, and improve financial stability. A selected group of 63 participants will receive a $20,000 grant to invest into tools, growth strategies, or resources that strengthen their business operations. This program is your opportunity to build a stronger, more resilient business
with the support of national exports, peers, and capital investment. Now you can visit Hello Alice or Hello Skip to apply to this grant. $20,000. That means 63 of y'all. Okay, 63 of y'all will be able to have the chance at winning $20,000 plus the 12-week virtual boost camp. Right. You'll have weekly content, peer connections, and strategic planning tools, a dedicated digital space to connect with other entrepreneurs in your cohort, and a chance to receive that $20,000 for your next chapter. All right. It says, based on Hello Alice data, 82% of the Boost Camp's participants feel more confident leading their business and more likely to pursue future funding. Participants most often enhance marketing, improve financial planning, and launch new offerings. Okay, so this is really, really good. Acceptance into the Boost Camp does not guarantee grant funding. Keep that in mind. So 250 y'all will get the 12-week Boost Camp, but only 63 will receive $20,000. This has more than enough winners, and you should definitely apply to it no matter what. Okay, so let's see who's eligible. You must be the leading executive, so founder, CEO, president, etc. All right, of the business, at least 18 years or older. The business must be a for-profit business registered and located in one of the 50 states. All right. You have to be a for-profit business. This is not for non-profits. You cannot have participated in a Hello Alice Boost Camp in the past 12 months. Must have generated a minimum of $25,000 in revenue in 2024. Have a demonstrated need for funding and access to business coaching, and must be willing to participate in a virtual boost camp starting in September 2025. All right. I talk about the importance of diving deeper into the grant. So this is what this looks like as an example. When you want to know, how are they going to actually grade you, right? For a full list of eligibility criteria, please see the terms and conditions. For frequently asked questions, click on FAQ. You can always go to the frequently asked questions to see how they will judge you. You can always click on terms and conditions. It should bring up a separate PDF form, and it will show you exactly how they are judging you, how they're choosing the winners, okay? So it's important for you to do that before you decide to apply. You can click on apply now, and you can go through the application first before you decide to submit the application, okay? All right, so the next one, this is through Hello Alice. This is Allstate, the insurance company. The next one is FedEx. FedEx is giving out, I think this is what, 5,000. I forgot how much this was, but this is the FedEx e-commerce learning lab. So let's read into it. So looking for help improving your business e-commerce, whether you've never built a website or you want to prioritize or optimize your existing online sales, FedEx AOF are here to help. The FedEx e-commerce learning lab is a multifaceted program designed to help small business owners who are looking to develop or expand their e-commerce operations as they continue to adapt their business models in an increasingly digital world. All right. So you have by tomorrow, okay? You have by tomorrow, July 3rd, 5 p.m. Eastern time to submit this application. This is for the beginners cohort. All right. So components. Okay. So this talks about the components of it. Grant funding. Okay, yeah, you get $5,000. All right, so $5,000 for your business. So for your business growth plan, and you also get coaching and networking, and you get the Saucony marketplace. So this is for all my e-commerce people who are selling products through e-commerce platforms. This would be a really good one. And they partnered up with ASEAN Opportunity Fund. ASEAN Opportunity Fund is also another small business resource that we can use to find funding opportunities. It helps with business loans, lines of credit, credit cards, grants, and so much more. Okay. So yeah, ASEAN Opportunity Fund, you can go to them and see if you can get any other funding opportunity. And last but not least, I talked about this one already before, but this is the Nominate Your Business Hero for $20,000. This is the Intuit, QuickBooks, and MailChimp. MailChimp is a email marketing resource that we can use. It's free, and you can use their automations to be able to send automated emails to your customers and clients who have purchased your products and services, so you don't have to manually do it. So QuickBooks obviously is the accounting platform that we use. They're giving out $20,000. Okay. Yeah, so you can go for that. Sorry, y'all. That was my fiance. I gotta tell him I'll call him back. But yeah, so $20,000. Oh, sorry. You can nominate a small business. So I'm gonna put all the links to these. Hold on one second. I'm gonna put all the links to these grants inside of the description. Hold on, let me tell them. I'm wrapping up my okay, so I'm gonna put I'm putting them in there now. So y'all can I'm probably not even gonna put seed and scale in there, but I mean if y'all wanna pay the $15, then go ahead, okay? Is it me or does it look like we are zoomed in? Let me see. Sorry, I wanted to go out and come back in. No, we are zoomed in. Okay, yeah, I knew it. It looked like we were zoomed in. Okay, so I'm putting everything. What questions do you have for me about grants, the grants that we went over, all of that good stuff? Now, you can always book a one-on-one consultation with me. A one-on-one consultation with me is $50, and it's a 45-minute Zoom call, and we dive deep into your business idea. There's some of you all that actually need a small business development coaching to give you reassurance and clarity on exactly where to start and how to develop that strategy so you can start executing and start generating that revenue. So a $50 consultation is worth it's worth the money, and I promise you we have fun. I like give you some really good tips. 10 years of entrepreneurship. I've been a successful business owner. Look how far I've grown. I have my website, which I pinned at the top of the chat and somewhere at the bottom here. That's the link that you can take to go to my website, which is superchargemybusiness.com. I have video testimonials there. I just recently won one of my clients another, Goldman Sachs grant opportunity. So I'm always winning grants. I've been winning grants for 10 years, but it's beyond grants. It's all about actually generating revenue and proving to yourself that the skills and the goals that you have for your business, they can be reached as long as you just put a little bit of oomph into it. Okay. As long as you're willing to put in some work. So what questions do you all have while I am putting the links here in the description? You're booking. Oh, yes, Fred, I can't wait to meet ya. I'm giving y'all time to write your questions. You can visit superchargemybusiness.com. Click on Grant Call. That's where you can go, or you can just follow the directions inside of the description of this live stream. Okay, so all of the links is there in the description. The description is, you can click on my face somewhere if you're on your phone, and it should bring up the description, or you click on the title, it should bring up the description. Okay. So all that you need about the grants we went over, and if you want to learn more about how to search and apply to grants yourself, I have an entire day. Hopefully we're back connected. Okay, so we got a question. Kenya says, do companies require you to show how you spend the money if you get approved? No. No. Not all grants require you to show how you spent the money. But if you create your own activity log, and you provide it to them, like you can create an activity log and put in what you bought, how much it cost, how long it lasted you, and how that was impactful. If you create your own activity log, sorry y'all, I keep having to like reconnect my internet. Sorry y'all, I keep having to like reconnect my internet. It's like disconnected and reconnected. Let me see. Okay, so no, you don't have to always provide them with a like activity log or receipts showing them proof that you have like completed. Like you don't have to show them how you spent the money. But my tip was, if you show them an activity log that explains to them how you took the money, what areas you invested in, and how it was impactful. If you provide them with an activity log and like some sort of thank you email, you can send your grantors, the people that gave you the money. You can send your grantors an email saying, "Thank you so much for this opportunity. We was able to invest the money into these areas. You know, by us investing into these areas, we've been able to hit our revenue goals of this much. Please, if you guys are offering any more grant opportunities, you can always count on us to be able to do something innovative and also to be able to give back to our local community, and to be impactful to our community as well." So I'm hoping that you all reach out to us on your next opportunity so we can apply, because this opportunity you gave us really did help us in developing, right? So when you do those things, that is actually building a relationship with the grantors. And what happens is the grantors remember, aha, we can give this money to this same company we gave it to them in 2025. Personal interest in. Yeah. All right, so next question. The last grant indicated a required revenue of $25,000. If not, in your professional opinion, if that's not my case, would you advise to just complete the application if other requirements are available? No. Mm-mm. The reason why the grant, and that's a really good question. Thank you, friend. That's a really good question. So no, the reason why the grantors are asking that you have a minimum requirement for sorry y'all, because I have to get ready to go to church. The reason why they're telling you to have a minimum requirement of a certain amount of money is because they want to show proof that your product and service is profitable. That's why. That's why. So there's a reason why. Okay. So if you are a startup and not generating revenue, it would specify, as long as you make less than a certain amount. But because it said a minimum requirement revenue of this amount, this amount or more, yeah, okay, I wouldn't apply, because then you'll be wasting your time because you are not in favor of that opportunity. I was contacted for round 2 for grant submission. Do you know how many other candidates I could be up against? No, we never know. We never know. We don't know who the type of candidates, what type of businesses they are, how many candidates. You never know. It's best that you ask. You can ask the grantors, like, who am I how many people am I up against? But keep in mind that everybody who submits an application does have the ability or does have the access to confidentiality. So I'm pretty sure most likely they're not going to tell you how many people you're up against unless you are in that 3 finalists or that finalist stage. And then they will say, okay, you are 1 out of the 5 or 1 out of the 3 finalists. Then that's when they will let you know how many you're up against. But there's no way you can tell how many applications have been submitted, who are the types of people that submitted the applications, what type of businesses have submitted their applications, and what did they put on their application to help them be in favor. Those are the key points that you will not be able to know about your competitors at all. So it's best that you go in with faith and be consistent in applying. Okay, cool. All right, you're welcome. You're so welcome. All right, so I'm gonna let you all go because I gotta go to church. Like I said, my church is doing the 7-day grace. So right now we have some guest pastors that are coming. And this church is something serious. Okay, it's wall to wall. It's like a really big church. And if you don't know the way Africans praise God, okay, praise Jesus, it's like a concert. Okay, it's like an African concert, and it's just fun. I love worshiping Jesus. So I'm about to go and worship Jesus. I'm gonna pray for y'all. I'm pray for y'all. I'm pray for y'all. I'm pray for you, friend. Okay. But book a consultation with me. All right. Make sure you visit superchargemybusiness.com, or you can text my phone number, which is 755. I lied. Sorry. 855-731-1487. I'll go ahead and put in here text hashtag grants to 855-731-1487. You can always text me. I'll send you my direct booking link, and then we can take it from there, okay? But I would love to have a conversation with you. I would love to help you develop on your idea and help you get some grants, okay, friend? I'll see y'all in another video, same time tomorrow, okay? I love y'all. Peace and blessings, and I'll see y'all next time, okay? Bye. Oh, make sure you turn on push notifications. Some of y'all said y'all didn't receive notifications from when I'm going live. When you go to my channel, it's like a bell somewhere next to my name. Turn on push notifications. So every time I go live, you'll get notified. Okay. All right. I'll see you tomorrow. Bye, friend.